Greetings all, back with Beers and Bones, your pal Golden. I'm finally back doing a little bit of filming, doing a little bit of cooking videos. I've been out of work the last 2 weeks. I've got like another month or so to go. I've had a full knee replacement done, so I figured what better way to kill time than maybe throw down some good recipes for you guys again. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make tamales. I've made these a couple of times so far. Family loves them. We're going to go ahead and get started by browning this off. I've got 2 tablespoons of lard over here in my Dutch oven, letting it render down. I'm going to try to make a carnitas base, but I'm going to slow roast these down real slow. First off, we're going to brown this meat off, and then when we get there, we get ready to add the onions and things. I'll come back to you. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I may not have told you in that first clip about this. This is actually a pork butt. This is an 8-pounder. Had the bone in it. We had the butcher cut it in half for us. They were glad to do that. What I've done is while I've got it in here, building my fond layers up in the bottom of my Dutch oven while I'm browning it off, I've hit it with a little bit of cumin, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and just trying to build a few flavors, just trying to get it built up. So when this gets browned off, we will go to the next step. And I'll be right back with you. Greetings. Here I am back. We've browned off our pork there, our pork butt there. As you can see, it's got a nice brown. I didn't brown it to death. I just got some good crisp edges on it. And if you look down in my Dutch oven, oh my God, that's ruined. No. That's flavor. I'm going to tell you how we're going to extract that. We're going to deglaze it as we use these onions right here. So I took all the fat out that I rendered down, and I'm going to take a couple teaspoons or tablespoons of it back down, probably take 3 of them down in there. Then we're going to brown these onions off. I got here, this is a whole large Vidalia onion. You can use whatever kind of onion you like. That's what I like. I love the Vidalia onions because I am a Georgia boy. Well, I'm going to rock this around, see if we can knock some fond off the bottom of this pan at the bottom of my Dutch oven. Then we're going to start building the rest of our ingredients. So stay tuned. If you'll look over into my Dutch oven here, you can see, you've seen how dark it was earlier. Those onions have just pulled all that flavor right out of the bottom of that pan. And that's superb. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start building some of our flavors. What I've done is I went and bought a can of these chipotles here in the adobo sauce. And I really like the adobo sauce. You can use whatever kind of chili you like for this recipe. You don't even have to do this, but the adobo sauce is what really makes this good. So I'm probably out of frame right now. Let me get back in frame. So let's take them and I just cut them up. I'm going to chop on them. Don't have a camera person at the moment, so I'm having to do all this and then show you my results there. So now this is going to go over, and we're going to put that over into the Dutch oven with the tomatoes. Then I've got to open up and get in here, and the onions. I've got a 14.5 count of petite diced tomatoes. Maybe some tomato paste. I want to see how it thickens up. So we'll just have to wait on that one. So let's get her mixed up here. Y'all can tell I haven't done this in a while. I haven't been videoing myself, so I'm way off today. I'm gonna put that back in there, juice and all. Let this build up. I'm going to find my remote. Here it is. Apologize to you guys because, like I said, it's been a while since I filmed, and I'm off today. I can feel that I'm off today. I'm going to build all these flavors. I'm going to add a few things to touch. I've got a couple, about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic I'm going to dump in here. I forgot to do. So, y'all just bear with me. It's going to be a great recipe. I'll get back at you whenever I get ready to throw everything in the oven. Okay, gang, I went ahead and I put the can of diced green chilies with the tomatoes, can of tomatoes, 14.5 ounce can. I went ahead and capped that off, covered it with a little bit of water. You can see what I got going on here, how it looks. I'm going to cut the heat off of the eye. I've got my oven at baking at 300 right now. I'm going to put the lid on this. I'm going to slide it in the oven, and I'm going to give it about an hour or two, and I'm going to check it and see my pork should be nice and fall apart tender. Bean cube! Right, well, it's been an hour. This has been in the oven. I've actually went to physical therapy while this is in the oven. It's been there a little over an hour, and I'm going to show you what it's looking like. It seems to be looking really nice. It's got some good colors coming out of it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop it back in the oven, but I'm going to leave the lid off of it, and I'm going to try to cook a little bit of that moisture out and down out of it. The pork's getting good and fork tender, so check back with me. I'll be coming right back. Welcome back, boys and girls. Looks like I finally got my camera back working. Whew, this thing's been aggravating today. So, you know, we roasted our pork off in the oven for an hour at 300, you know, with the lid on. Then I decided to take the lid off, let it go back in the oven, and let it reduce down and thin down. And that seems to be kind of what we have right here right now. And this stuff is just shredding apart so easy and so good. Really think I need to. I did a taste test on it. Everything seems to be doing good, but that is barbecue, and I am a barbecue guy. So, everybody knows me. One thing I'd like to add at the end when I'm making these, and it makes the family go crazy, is we add a little bit of, just a little bit of barbecue sauce in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to squeeze in, I don't know, maybe a quarter cup or so. I'm going to mix that in. I'm going to let that cool down. Then we're going to make the tamale dough. So give us a few minutes. We'll be right back at you. Welcome back. I am taking some of the lard, actually new lard that I had in the tub, and then I've got my lard that I used to cook my pork in. You know, I saved that grease, so we're going to use it to fold into our actual tamale dough. So we're going to whisk. I'm going to whisk this up and see if I can make a gigantic mess. Try to get some. I'm going to have to go to a smaller bowl. So while I'm making these adjustments, I just want to show you what I was doing. I'm going to whip this up, and I'm going to get my tamale to put in here, and my other things, my hot water and things. So I'll get that rocking for you guys, and I'll show you the end result. So in here, let's wait for that thing to start flashing. In here, I've got 4 cups of tamale. I've got a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of baking soda, and about a teaspoon of salt. All mixed up in here in my dry ingredients. I'm going to put it over in here with my lard, and I'm going to go to town whipping this for a minute. Let's see how this does. I don't make too big of a damn mess. Yeah, it's going to dust out a little bit, but it won't be too bad. So I'm going to work away at this, and I'm going to start incorporating some water as I go, and then check back in. So right now is the kind of the aggravating, the hard part, the part that takes the longest. So I've got my masa right here, my tamale. I've got it all nice. I ended up using about 3 cups of water in that 4 cups, and it's a little over a cup of lard. You can see the consistency. So I'm going to take a big tablespoon, if we can get that thing to lay out there right, and we're going to smear it on here. So this is the aggravating part. Listen, I may have to add a little bit more water to this, but I just want to just show y'all the gist of it. Get it spread out on there. It's a little bit too thick. Alright, and you don't want to take a lot of filling. I mean, you want a lot of filling, I know, but it doesn't work as well when you put too much filling in it. That's really, I mean, this is a big one. That's really about all you want to put in it right there. Then you fold, chase it around, push the tail up. We're going to put it in our makeshift steamer basket here, which is what I've done. Is I've got this colander right there, and that colander fits nice down inside my big stainless pot here. And I've got about 2 quarts of water in there warming up. And just as soon as I get all these tamales made, we're going to steam them. They're going to go for about an hour. I'm probably going to make a little bit of sauce to go on top of them, a little rice. And you know what? We'll get back at you guys. Check a little progress for you guys. We've got the camera rolling. I got the steamer pot going. I put me a colander down in there. I've got them kind of piled up and they're kind of loose. So maybe I need to put those down in there a little bit better. Here we are. We're finishing up our tamales. Got them out of the steamer. Waiting on my rice, but I want to go ahead and wrap the video up before it gets too noisy in here. And here we go. Here's how they turned out. I put a little sauce on them, and I've put a little cheese, a little shredded cheese on them. So we're going to dig in. That's our first bite here. Perfect. They're awesome. Everybody that's had them, I'm the finally get to eat them. Everybody else has had them. Nobody else loves them. Hey, stay tuned in. Thanks for checking out my channel.